Also, Ms. Jayanthi Natarajan seems to prefer those sadistic policies, namely the policies of pro-corporate, pro-rich.
Very conveniently, Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, now that you're talking about evidence, it's circumstantial evidence. Because within 24 hours of Jayanthi Natarajan being sacked, we had Rahul Gandhi making that address at FICCI and making the statement. Dr. Ijazalmi, you wanted to make a point. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, these are not sanctimonious instructions. They were clear diktats and directions to the Environment Minister, Ms. Jayanthi Natarajan of those days, who was being presently vilified and attacked by Youth Congress boys in Chennai, protesting outside their residence. So basically, it's a case that you self-generate this policy paralysis, and which is the progenitor, which is the Congress president or the vice president, and then you change your track while talking at FICCI to industrialists, and you change your stance totally, and you come forward with a view. So you do a complete about turn, a U-turn, which is why the questions are being asked, and very important issues have been raised by the former minister, who has said that all these instructions or directives were something that she had to comply with. So that means she was not somebody who had an independent voice, who could apply her mind. She had to comply not with the remote control, but the real control lay with something that was extra-constitutional, extra-judicial, extraneous, which happened to be at the Congress president or the vice president's level. These are charges that Mr. Singhvi, you have to clarify and come forth with.
Yes, Mr. Singhvi.
I think there is complete misunderstanding for 2 or 3 simple reasons. First and foremost, if a minister is asked to implement the manifesto stated openly known policies of the Congress, or the philosophy of the Congress, there is nothing wrong in it. Secondly, even leave aside the Congress president or Congress vice president, even if a Congress Aam Aadmi worker writes a letter of complaint, the minister is obliged to look into it. And who is there to question whether I remove my minister or not? Today, are you going to do this great analysis on the complaint of a person 1 year later, who has had 4 terms without election in a Lok Sabha seat, several ministerships and a spokespersonship, and even in the letter of November, she is happily seeking responsibilities in the party. So that if the responsibility had been given, none of the allegations would have been made. And one last thing, today's presser, in case you missed it, quote unquote, says